Welcome back, guys and gals. Mopar Man here. Out here today. Another lovely day. Rain finally went out of the area. Anyway, I'm out here working on the SLANT 6 head. I already had it done at the machine shop, but I had to go over some odds and ends on the head I wanted to finish up while I had it still out of the vehicle. But let me show you what I've done so far. I actually bought this today, Harbor Freight, and got done with all the major grinding, all the sharp edges and the rough castings all through here. As you can see, all this, some of the stuff was actually flaking off in chunks from the casting flash, whatnot. So I went through and just worked all my way around one side, went over and worked down at another angle, got all this crap in here done, and then went through and cleaned up around where the exhaust valves are, cleaned this area up here on each one of them, opened that up a little bit. Went ahead and kind of went around each port a little bit. I looked in there with a flashlight. Any chunks or rough casting I ground down. Like there's a couple spots in these on the ceilings of these the intake ports. I ground a lot of that stuff off, but I mainly focused on the ceiling, the upper half only of the exhaust ports. Ground these down and smoothed them out and went in here about 2 inches. Now I'll probably be going back over this with some of those sander. I don't know what the proper rolls for getting into the ports and smoothing the ports out. But I'm only going to do the exhaust ports. I'm only going to smooth those out. I'm going to leave everything else kind of rough in the intake sides, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Bugs are starting to come out. Anyway, on the exhaust manifold, I'm going to work on the ceilings of the each exhaust port. Clean all the ports up actually, but clean mostly the tops. But anyway, got in here. This had a really bad chunk of casting in here. I got all that cleaned out. I just cleaned this one up. These are all the big water jackets. Did this one over here. Went around on the sharp edge and any of these other sharp edges and smoothed them out with a round stone bit, while using my 1 gallon hyper tough wet or dry shop back from China Mart, Walmart. Anyway, and then what I did was, I'll have to put the light on. I got down in here and I didn't really focus on the, like I said, any of this on the intake sides. There we go. But I did come in through the bottom like this and use I got a bunch of these 6-inch different assorted die grinder bits. I got the short one. This one's wasn't a really expensive one. I've got another one that's like a kind of a fat Christmas tree shaped one. I misplaced that one somewhere, but anyway, that was the biggest high dollar one I got. I got that from Fastenal. I saved up a little bit. Yeah, here's this one. And I just got up in here and cleaned all that sharp edge, all that rough casting and all this around in here down to where it's smooth, so it doesn't look like, basically like this one here on the intake. I'm just going to leave this alone. And but yeah, I did that to all the exhaust sides, smoothed all that stuff out, and open those up a little. Now all I got left to do is I don't like using the high speed air powered or electric die grinders. I got an old drill I should say, Harbor Freight, and I use the assorted bits to get in here around inside the bowl and clean the bowls up, like this sharp edges in here and whatnot, get them smoothed out and everything else. So, but anyway, that's that. Other than that, stay tuned. I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm back, and I got all the sharp edges in here, casting flash ridges, and any lumps, mounds of like metal that didn't need to be there in the way. Got them all done in each one of these. You can see that line that runs in there. That's all been smoothed out all the way around. So when the air comes in, it'll go out over the valve and come in and free flow around and here and here and here. And then it'll all curve. Once it goes out, it'll curve out around and go down the exhaust port. But yeah, got that all done, and I'll vacuum this real good and then power spray it, and then what I'll do is, even though this surface has been machined, I go over it with a orbital DA, like I'd say about 150 grit, somewhere between 230 and 150 grit, somewhere in there. Rough all this up, make sure, and then I wipe it all down, wash it, wipe it all down, whatnot. Use carbon choke cleaner and rags that don't leave lint and all that stuff, and hopefully we can get this SLANT 6 button back up. But till then, hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more.